Welcome back to The Explainer. Hey, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You're not going to want to miss what we've got coming up. Today, we're diving into a story that's been brewing for nearly 20 years. It starts with a Scottish golf course, takes a turn into some wild claims about cancer, and ends with a policy decision worth $100 billion. Let's get into it.
So, let's start with the latest. Just the other day, this message, all caps of course, blew up on Truth Social. It's just the newest shot fired in what's been a very, very long war.
All right, so you see this and you have to ask, what is the deal here? Really, is this about energy policy? Is it just politics? Or is there something else going on? We dug in to find out where this obsession with windmills actually comes from. And it turns out this isn't some new political strategy. Nope. To understand the policy, you have to go back to the beginning. And you have to understand that for Trump, this is deeply personal. And yeah, it all started with a golf course.
This beef goes back way, way further than you'd think. We're talking 2006. He's building a new golf course in Scotland, and there are plans to put up some wind turbines nearby. He literally wrote a letter to Scotland's First Minister calling them monsters. Fast forward to today, and he's back at that same golf club, yelling to reporters on the tarmac, "Stop the windmills!" The grudge, it seems, is still very much alive.
So from that one specific feud over his golf course view, a whole universe of claims was born. And over the years, they've gotten, well, pretty out there. So let's run through some of the greatest hits, shall we? First up, it's pretty simple. He just doesn't like how they look. He's called wind and solar projects a blight on our country and said they're very, very inefficient and very ugly too.
Okay, next on the list, the wildlife. This has been a consistent theme for years. He claims that the turbines are bird graveyards, saying they cause birds to die all over the place.
And hey, it's not just birds. Get this. During a meeting that was supposed to be about the war in Ukraine, he apparently went on a tangent about offshore wind farms, claiming they are, and I quote, driving whales loco. It's driving them crazy. But the one that really got everyone's attention, that came back in 2019. He took it to a whole other level, suggesting that the noise from windmills actually causes cancer.
Look, for years and years, these were just words, right? Lines he'd use at rallies, things he'd tweet. But this is the moment the story takes a massive turn, because those rants, they are now reality, and they have huge financial consequences.
And when we say huge, we're talking about a massive number, $100 billion. That's the amount of investment that's expected to be just frozen because of one single executive action. So here's the bottom line. On his second day back in the White House, he signed an executive order. And what it did was simple. It slammed the brakes on all federal permits for wind projects. The impact? A pause on over $100 billion of investment. So that personal grudge that started over a golf course view in Scotland has now become a massive economic shift for the entire country. So, there you have it. We've seen how a personal grudge turned into political rhetoric, and how that rhetoric has now turned into actual policy. It's a war that's been fought for nearly 2 decades, across continents, and on every platform imaginable. Which really leaves us with one big question. Is this the final battle in the war on windmills, or is this just the beginning of something even bigger? I really want to know what you think, so drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you like this explainer, do us a favor. Hit that like button and subscribe for more. We'll see you on the next one.